Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing Rainbow Familiars. If you're not familiar with this deck, the point of it is to get a Archaeomancer into play and then snap it and replay it for infinite mana. So how does that happen? We have Sunscape Familiar in play, or we have a bunch of land enchantments. And if you think about this here, we have Archaeomancer costs 2 blue, so that's 4 mana. Snap costs 1 and a blue, that's 2 more mana, so that's a total of 6. If our 2 lands that we're tapping and untapping can tap for 7 total mana, then we just keep netting mana every loop. Mancer, snap, Mancer, Mancer, snap, Mancer. So now if we have 1 Sunscape Familiar in play, you only need 5 mana in play. But it's going to cost reduce only the colorless. So snap would cost a blue, Archaeomancer would cost colorless blue, and then you only need 5 mana. And then if you have 2 Sunscape Familiars in play, you only need the 2 lands to tap for 4 mana to make infinite mana. The problem here is that you actually need to have 4 total blue in order to make additional blue mana, but we can make that happen through Abundant Growth on our forest to make it tap for blue, Utopia Sprawl on the forest to make it tap for blue, and Fertile Ground to make it tap for blue. So generally, relatively easy to make this happen eventually. The rest of the deck, we're supporting it with Preordains. The snap is here. We have 2 Prohibits as our counterspells. Over the 3rd Prohibit, I'm actually going to be playing 1 Mystical Teachings. I personally really like having Teachings as an option because it gives us an additional target of snap. It gives us an additional flicker. And what you can do is you can Teachings for snap or whatever, play the Archaeomancer, go off with snap Archaeomancer, and then eventually Teachings for flicker, and then start flickering things out. So our draw spells here are Seagate Oracle. We're playing 3 of these and 3 Compulsive Research. Compulsive Research is also our win condition, or one of our win conditions other than attacking, which says target player draws 3 cards and they discard 2 cards unless they discard a land card. So we tend to flood out. We're going to Compulsive ourselves. We're going to draw a bunch of cards. We're going to discard extra lands. Eventually go off, make infinite mana, Compulsive Research our opponent to death. It's pretty simple. And then I'm playing 1 Pulse of Marasa in the main deck, mostly because I would like the life gain part of the recurring of things versus having the Reaping the Graves in the main deck. I mean, it's a toss-up on which you want. I think that we're going to lose to red without life gain in the main, but then we might lose to red anyway. I think Reaping the Graves is going to be much better versus something like Blue-Black Terror. So we also have Muldrifter in the main, obviously. And then in the sideboard here, we have 2 Weather the Storms for red, 4 Moments Peace, just for like Bogles and stuff, 2 Dispels for random decks. I think Dispel can be pretty good against like Tron, maybe against the Terror deck. And then we have 4 Hydroblast. We're just gonna sit on 4 with the Weather the Storm as well, and then a little bit of a tutor spot here with 1 Reaping the Graves, 1 Return to Nature, and 1 Sagittars Volley. If you haven't seen Sagittars Volley, it says destroy target creature with flying and deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent's control. So Raptor had this list was made by Raptor 56, and I've just been tweaking it, trying to make it something that I like personally. And then Raptor had a bunch of Scattershot Archers in the sideboard, but I think I'm going to play 1 Sagittars Volley just to free up sideboard space, and it's doing basically the same thing where it's specifically a card against mono blue fairies. And as an instant, we can tutor it with Mystical Teachings. The other card I was considering was Wirewood Claws, I think. Wirewood Claws, which has cycling for 2, I believe, and then it costs 3 and a green to deal 3 damage to each creature with flying and each player. But the thing is, since we can't Teachings for it, it makes it a lot worse. Okay, I just had the name backwards. It's Claws of Wirewood. So, but you can cycle it for 2, and then it deals 3 damage to each creature with flying and each player, which would take out all of the mono blue fairies things as well. You don't really need to deal more than 1 damage to most of those creatures, so Sagittars Volley is going to be what I want, I think. And that covers the deck. I'm going to do a small video on how to pilot this deck that'll go a little bit more in depth and post that to the Discord and to the Patreon if you want to check that out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the matches. Thanks. Okay, round 1. We're versus Sculpture. I think this is a pretty good hand. I'm going to keep it. We have a little bit too many lands, but we have the Utopia Sprawl Forest, which is pretty much the most important thing. They lead on an island, so that means probably blue-black. I'm going to brokers for a forest. So I'm setting up into land Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, they are blue-black. I don't really like facing this deck. Alright, let's just brokers hideout again. Get an island. And let's abundant growth this. Basically, if they counter that, it's not that big of a deal. If they don't counter it, it's a cantrip here. And I'm expecting that they have counterspell in hand based on what they're just holding up the 2 mana and not doing anything. Okay, they're tapping out for deep analysis. That means we can go ahead and play Utopia Sprawl here, and then play a Seagate Oracle. We could also Utopia Sprawl this, and then play Sunscape Familiar, but I don't think I want to do that. Although they don't have any removal up, so they whiffed on having any black lands, so maybe that is the play. Sprawl, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think just advancing is better. Or I could compulsive here, and then discard this and go to 7 cards in hand. Let's do that. Land, discard this land. So now I can play Sunscape Familiar with the Prohibit backup. Play the Chancery. We don't have a snap yet, but we're getting much closer. They mill themselves, get a Deep Analysis and an Archaeologist into the graveyard, and 1, 2, 3. So their terror still costs 4. They're kind of whiffing pretty bad here. Alright, white. Play this Familiar. Play a Seagate Oracle. They can't snuff the Familiar right now, which is nice. And they can't Spell Pierce the Seagate Oracle. We're just playing creatures. Alright, snap is what I want. Play the Chancery. Pick up this. Okay, so now, here if you look at the board, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 mana plus 5, 6. So we have 6 mana total off of all of this, which means we can play Archaeomancer and snap it forever. But we don't actually have 4 blue mana here, so that would just be mana neutral for Infinite Storm. If we had Weather the Storm in hand, we could have Infinite Storm. Or we could, like, if we had Reaping the Graves in our hand, we could have Infinite Storm and, like, evoke the Moldrifter and get it back. I think that's probably why Raptor plays Reaping in the main, generally. But what we can do here is evoke and snap the Moldrifter to go deeper in the deck. And then if we draw any land enchantment, we have infinite. Because we have the Flicker in hand, so we just draw everything and then they lose. Unfortunately, our opponent just did not draw the black mana that they needed and gave us the opportunity to just wreck them here. Did not draw into enchantments, but I'm going to play the Forest anyway. Let's evoke the Drifter. We draw another Drifter. I'm going to snap this. Let's lead on Seagate Oracle. Looking for an enchantment. Compulsive. I guess I'm going to compulsive like this. I'm going to leave the basic island open for a Prohibit. Land. Okay, we found the enchantment. So our mana didn't work out, but we did set up. And preordain. Another Mancer and a Flicker. So I guess I just keep all of this and attack. So I don't really need the other Mole Drifter here. I don't know if I need a land either. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we have infinite mana. I think I'll just discard the Forest. So if they have a Brainstorm or a Preordain, then I will counter it because I'm looking to have them not draw into black mana for their Snuff Outs. You can see that they discarded the Snuff Out. Mental note, so they're blind cantripping here. I'm just going to let them have it. They mill an island and a counterspell. They found it. Bummer. So they probably have at least one more Snuff Out in hand. I'm going to kill this. And we're going to have to go on the value plan, which is playing out Moldrifters. Yep. But they are at 9. Place a terror. Probably another terror here. So we can play out a Mole Drifter, or we can evoke Drifter and Flicker Drifter to get a ton of cards. I think I'm gonna evoke and Flicker. I kind of wanted that land now. Okay, so we will let that die. Play this. Alright, I guess we're just going to pass here. I'm going to discard a land again. So again, we're set up to win if they pass and don't have a Snuff Out. I have a Prohibit for a regular, like, Cast Down or Chainer's Edict or something. Also for their Spell Pierces and stuff. Just going to take it this turn, go to 12, and see if they die. They have 5 cards in hand. They have the Deep Analysis in the graveyard, so they could draw, looking for another Snuff Out. They play a Terror. That's fine, tap your mana. They're going to play an Angler. Okay, I think they're just dead. That's cool. We got them. Because we can prohibit a counterspell on the Archaeomancer, and then we can also prohibit a Snuff Out. And I don't think they're going to have another Snuff Out here. Let's go Archaeomancer. Get back Snap. Over here. I'm going to stop looking at their stuff now. And this should be a relatively quick combo, although only making 1 mana. Counter. We get the Snap. Go ahead and snap the Mancer. Untap, untap. It's much, much faster when you have 2 familiars in play. Snap this again. So we're just making some mana here. Cast a Drifter. Okay, we found a Fertile Ground. That's good. A little bit, still kind of annoying on the time-taking part. Okay, Mancer, snap it again. Untap. Lots of things are happening, so if you want to skip ahead, that's okay. So we're just clicking around, Getting our snap. Snapping it again. You can actually just snap their entire board, but who knows if that's worth it. Mancer. Get back snap. Snap this. Untap, untap. Play another Mancer. Get back the snap. Tap for blue. Snap this. Shield. Pay some blue. Tap, untap. So I think this is a good spot to be doing this, because we're going to get rid of all their stuff. Still generating mana, I think. We're going from 6 to... Let's see what we're at. Flicker here. Okay, they scooped it up. Nice. It's always good when they don't make you combo off. We would have gotten the pulse for the other familiar, and then eventually drawn into another thing, maybe. So the question is, do I want the prohibit or do I want the dispel? And I think the dispels are better than the prohibit. I do like the Pulse of Marasa. I would like to have the Reaping the Graves, I think. Pulse of Marasa for life gain. Kind of have to just race them. Do I want the Return to Nature for their Nile spell bombs? Alright, we're going to cut the Pulse Marasa and see what happens here. Just go Dispels over the Prohibits. I'm going to try to ignore a Nile spell bomb. Okay, I'm going to keep here. We have Evoke Drifter on turn 3. We don't have a land enchantment. Okay, we found a forest, so we can preordain looking for a land enchantment. Don't want this or this. Find a snap, which is medium. If we get nothing this turn, we can just brokers for a plains. They play a Thalagi. They're probably going to pick up the counterspell. Yep. Find a compulsive research. I'm going to brokers, like I said, and get that plains. And pass. Alright, are they going to hold up counterspell, or are they going to do stuff? For them, it's probably easy just to hold up counterspell. Alright. That's what they're going to do. So we have the Sprawl. Because we're going to play out the forest regardless. They mill Archaeologist Brainstorm. They mill Thought Scour Snuff Out. It's nice to see a Snuff Out in the graveyard there. Tolarian Terror is what I don't want to see here, though. Plays a land. Plays a Tolarian Terror. Counterspell in hand. Angler. Okay, Angler comes into play. We're at 21 right now, which could matter, which means we have like 3 turns to live instead of 2 turns. We can try snapping this on end step, and then they'll probably counter it, and then I can Utopia Sprawl plus Compulsive, or Utopia Sprawl plus Evoke the Mulldrifter. Counter. Waiting on the opponent, and then, I don't know, I'll unpause when they do something. Okay, they take their turn. They're going to get in. I will block. Sprawl. Blue. Abundant growth. Okay, we have the snap combo now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can do it. We have a dispel. All right, maybe we are gonna win here. Mancer. Then we can reap in the graves. Okay, I like that. Snap. Pretty sweet. They have Rotten Reunion here. No. Dang it. Just gonna take it, I guess. It's a little sucky. Let's just cast another Drifter then. Couldn't beat the Rotten Reunion in hand. So they already got rid of one Mancer, so we can't block with the other Mancer. We're gonna have to block with the Muldrifter here, and then block here. And they can cast their Angler. They still have the Rotten Reunion up. They cast a Deep Analysis. So they're holding up one Rotten Reunion, which means that if we find Flicker or Snap, we win. Although, yeah. So we're going to block with the Muldrifter here. We have the Fertile Ground here. We only have one Preordain to find cards. I don't know if Broker's Hideout is good to keep in hand or not. Maybe Thinning is good. We haven't really played. I guess we played one Preordain. And Mental Note gets rid of Angler Ice Tunnel. Are they going to hold up the Rotten Reunion or play the Angler? So I have Snap, Teachings, or Flicker that wins the game. Okay, Compulsive Eyes, pretty good. Fertile Ground, Compulsive. I guess we Preordain first. I don't need these cards. Preordain again. If we found it. Gonna Compulsive one more time. See if I can find any more interaction. We do have the Snap though. Land. Okay, so now we can actually... We can snap this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can Teachings for a Dispel. They have one. They have Angler and 3 Unknowns. I think we might be able to win. Okay. They're thinking it through. We have the Dispel, and then we can still Teachings for another Dispel. Alright, let's wait for them. They have a Dispel, we have a Dispel. Snap resolves. Yeah! Okay, so now we can play this Familiar. Play Archaeomancer. Get back Snap. Okay. Cast Mulldrifter. Sure. Guess I cast another Sunscape Familiar, no big deal. Play Teachings. Get Ghostly Flicker. Cast Mancer. Get back the Snap. Flicker here. And we win the game! Yeah! Okay. Let's go to round 2. Alright, round 2 versus Heisen. They've been playing Tron, so we could potentially go underneath them. I'm gonna keep... We don't have our required land enchantments or really anything going on, I guess. Maybe that was a risky keep. I can Brokers for an island, play the Familiar, Pulse of Marasa, the Brokers, replay the Brokers. And then I can get another island. I can play Archaeomancer for Pulse of Marasa one more time. Maybe this is a trap. My assumption, though, is that he's on Tron, but could be on anything. Okay, Brokers, F6. I'm going to grab an island. That doesn't give him that much information. Alright, we're going to Sprawl then. On blue. Pass. Now we can play Sunscape Familiar and Pulse the Familiar. They're playing Faithless Looting, which kind of makes me think they're on red-black burn, but could be some sort of Exhume deck. If it is an Exhume deck, then which I don't think it's going to be, we could play the Sunscape Familiar and then Ardent Elementalist, Thraben Inspector. Oh no. Alright, let's go Familiar. Evoke this Drifter. Okay, it looks like a Mardu Ephemerate. Dawnbringer Cleric is going to get rid of the Utopia Sprawl. Okay. That gets rid of a lot of my power here. Four cards in hand. Plays a Thraben Inspector. I think that's fine with me. I'm gonna block. Pulse the Mulldrifter. Could have pulsed the Brokers. Let's play this hideout here. Grab an island. I'm kind of afraid of something crazy happening, so I don't necessarily want to play the Mulldrifter this turn. Well, let's just do it. No lands. Okay. So now we can go Familiar, Archaeomancer, get back Pulse Marasa. And if they kill the Familiar here, we can just Archaeomancer for the Pulse Marasa. Yes. Grab an island. Always on Wildfire. Just Wildfiring it up. So now we can still get back the Pulse. Mancer. Get back to Pulse Marasa. Can Pulse Marasa. Plains. Play the Plains. Attack. Pulse Marasa is pretty nice. I definitely like it. Okay. It's better than Reaping in this position for sure. Alright, Wildfire again. Okay. Sure. Grab another island. Okay, that's 2 wildfires down. They could potentially Ardent Elementalist for a wildfire one more time. Faithless Looting. Okay. We can still Mancer for pulse back the planes. Play the planes. Prismatic Strands. Okay. Forest. Let's preordain. Looking for a land enchantment now. Mana Growth, Animal Drifter. Top, land. Mana Growth. So now we have our planes again. We don't need that one. Let's go ahead and play Familiar. Evoco Drifter. Snap. Tap and tap. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and Abundant Growth over here. And attack. Still want to counter an Ardent Elementalist or something. Okay, take some damages. Okay. Get a forest. I feel like wildfire decks always have all 4 wildfires in hand. What? Annoying. Okay again. Sure. Get a forest. Yeah. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. They played 4 wildfires. It's just wildfire deck. Okay. Play a Muldrifter. They're worried about our lands, and we're just dinking around. Pick up this. Cast Muldrifter. Okay. We're going to get rid of... We have 9 cards in hand. We're going to get rid of the Familiar and the Chancery, I think. We are going... I mean, we have 6 power in play. 4 mana. Late to dinner the Elementalist. Gets back Wildfire. Okay. Let me think about how many more lands I have. Wildfire that. Counter. Okay. It's pretty hard to beat constant wildfire interruptions. Okay. Sprawl. This is okay, blue. Go Fertile Ground. Tap. Play Familiar. Preordain. We have a Flicker. We don't have a Flicker, right? So bottom the other one. Mancer. So I could have a Bolt here. Let's Compulsive. Trying to think this one through. I think the Abundant Growth is better than the Sprawl right now. Snap this. Play Archaeomancer. And get back the Prohibit. And then it's going to be mana neutral to snap and replay the Mancer. And then we can just play Abundant Growth. And then we're going to have mana positive. Snap the Mancer. Play counter. Alright. Untap, untap. Blue over here. That's just some clicking going on. Mancer. Get back to snap. Play Abundant Growth here. We have another Mancer. Okay, so snap this Mancer. Untap, untap. Tap, tap. Blue. Over here, more blue. Mancer. Get back, snap. So now we're making 1 mana every turn, or every iteration. And we're looking for specifically Ghostly Flicker now. It's lots of clicking though. Mostly because we have the Fertile Ground and the Abundant Growth. Snap that Mancer again. We play the Mancer. Sprawl. So we have Compulsive Research as our best draw spell here. So just take that. Compulsive ourselves. Land. Found another Compulsive. Compulsive again. Discard 2 cards. So we'll discard Seagate Oracle, Snap. And then green. Mancer. Get back, snap. Okay, so now we're making a little bit more mana. And we have the full combo. Combo. Snap. Okay, flicker here. Snap this. Alright, sweet. So, because we had infinite mana and the flicker and everything, then Heisen has gladly moved on to game 2. Thank you very much. Weird position, though, because we basically just want 2 more Hydroblasts, I think. I like the teachings. Trying to think about what I want to cut. Definitely want the Hydroblasts for the all the things. We could just kind of go value plan and not plan to combo off. Or we middle of the road it. And then we have to naturally draw into the Pulse Marasa. Alright, I'm just going to cut the teachings in the Fertile Ground for 2 Hydroblasts and see how that goes. I really like the Pulse Marasa. Okay, we have Snaps, Preordain, Familiar. Keep. We can go ahead and get an island here. And then I guess the other Broker's Hideout's going to get a forest. We're just going to preordain. Okay, so they're wildfiring themselves. Yep. Going off. Grab a forest. Well, let's grab the plains and then preordain. Hydroblast is good. I don't want that other land, though. If he wildfires the plains for a forest, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Thinking this one through, trying to figure out what the best play is. It's going to play Ardent Elementalist to get back a Wildfire. Okay. I have a Utopia Sprawl. It's not that great. Can play Familiar. Hold up Wildfire. Or, I mean, Hydroblast. Now the Ephemerates are happening. Ugh. Gross. Maybe I should have, so now Ephemerate is gone. He has Ardent Elementalist and Wildfire in hand. He's probably going to play, like... Did not play the Elementalist this turn. Now he's going to play it. Got him. Play out a Fam. So if he taps out next turn, we can go Drifter, Snap, Drifter. We'll only have 2 snaps left in the deck. Are you going to Wildfire just to get rid of an Abundant Growth? Cast down. Okay, get another Forest. We do lose out on the Mole Drifter. That was on top. Plays a Thraben Inspector. Okay, so do we draw... let's try playing Archaeomancer. Let's play Mancer. I'm not going to get value from the Spell Bomb if they crack it right now. 2 Familiars down. They're going to let me have the Prohibit. Man, is that greedy? I don't know. Mardu Wildfire. Blech. Okay, Faithless Looting. They just really wanted to be able to crack the Spell Bomb to draw a card. Makes sense. Discards 2 lands. Get rid of Archaeomancer. Okay, well that makes sense. They just wanted to get it off the table and then have the Nile Spell Bomb. Let's Sprawl. Let's see it, Oracle. Looking for lands. Looking for lands. Come on. Pyroblast in hand. Okay. 2 cards in hand for opponent. 3 mana. They're gonna Wildfire. Nope, looting. What are they gonna discard? Draws Forge Bridge and a Plains. 2 cards in hand again. Okay, we have Sprawl. Blue. Fertile Ground. Okay, so now I can counter a Wildfire, but not a Gambit. Blech. Okay. Another Thraben Inspector. They are going to go back to 2 cards in hand. Just always have the Pyroblast. Compulsive. Try to draw some cards. Okay, land. Get rid of this. Preordain. Looking for a Mole Drifter. Bottom. Bottom. I think I'm going to pass. Not play the land. That way I can draw another 3 cards. We're so close to just straight up losing. All they need to do is find Elementalist for Ephemerate and blah. Stop. Stop it. What are they going to get back? Another Wildfire? Pyroblast? I'm going to go to game 2, or game 3. Okay, so I think we just bring in all of our Hydroblasts and don't even worry about the prohibits. Bring in, got this Fertile Ground. It's gonna be hard to go off, but maybe we can just be a value attack you in the air with the Drifter plan. We just have so many red spells. Okay, keep, play land, get an island. Go for the no possible play yield. Also don't have to click these triggers here, and grab an island. Okay, your turn. Pass. We have Hydroblast for your Wildfire. No. Pick up this. No again. uh. I'm gonna play out the Familiar. So I could play out the Familiar and hold Flicker, or just go Preordain. I think I'm gonna Preordain. Bottom, top, Preordain again. I think I need action more than I need the ramp here. And I just drew into a Chancery, so that doesn't help very much. We have Return to Nature for the Spell Bomb. Play out Seagate Oracle. So we have a Pyroblast, no Pyroblast in hand. Grab Mancer. Chancery. Pick up the island. Then I think I'm going to end step Return to Nature the Spellbomb, and then play the Mancer for the Return to Nature. Hmm. So I'm going to crack there to get rid of my graveyard. Play land. Archaeomancer. Get back that. Okay, we can attack. Sorry, I'm just thinking this one through. It's kind of tough. Tough situation. 3 mana in hand for the opponent. We have the Return to Nature in hand. I'm gonna be really disappointed if he has an Ephemerate right now. Feel like I have to let him Wildfire me. This is actually kind of good, right? Because they're just getting rid of my... Let's get this Plains. Another Wildfire. I need a Hydroblast so I can start flickering. They draw a card. I'm afraid. Oh, we have another Flicker. Okay. Attack. Trying to set up here. Okay, Flicker. Take the Pulsamarasa. That lives. That Bolt does not resolve. Now I'm going to just draw another card here. Since I have the Pulsamarasa. Take the Snap. Okay, Faithless Looting. I'm interested in snapping the Mancer just to get back the Flicker. I think he's probably playing 8 Cleansing Wildfire effects. If he Wildfires me right now, I probably just, like, get another island. They discard 2 lands, 3 cards in hand. I'm completely tapped out, so if they have Ephemerate here, they can just Ephemerate for Lightning Bolt or whatever. Then I have to use my Return to Nature to get rid of the Ephemerate from the graveyard. Bleh. This is pretty hard. I'm thinking it through. 5 mana available, 3 cards in hand. Wonder if they're gonna go for another looting. They don't know I have the Pulsamarasa, right? No. Spellbomb. Gets rid of the Flicker. Okay, so we can't really expose our second Flicker now. Gonna bolt the Familiar. Bolt the Mancer. Dominator Cleric the Mancer. Alright. That's pretty good. Okay, we have Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. Then I'm exposing the Flicker. We can just evoke the Drifter and then pulse it. We're pretty close. Gonna let that go. Play the Archaeomancer. Wildfire right now would hose me pretty bad. Mancer for snap. So just undid everything they did. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we cannot go off. We need 2 more enchantments. And I think we lost one. No, we didn't lose any, but we have Flicker and Archaeomancer in the graveyard. 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 5 mana. What's 5 mana? Okay. Initiative. Did they play land? No. Darn. Get to plains. Ephemerate. Gets back Lightning Bolt. Kill the Archaeomancer. Do we win here? Maybe. Blue. White. Blue. A familiar. Pulse of Marasa, the Archaeomancer. I think this is it. Play Archaeomancer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Heyo. Get back to Pulse of Marasa. Lucky, 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 lucky. Untap. Archaeomancer. Get back to snap. Got him. Woohoo! What a crazy match. Okay, see you in round 2 or 3. That was crazy. Round 3 versus Baiko, who tends to be on Kuldotha lately. I'm gonna keep. We can brokers for an island and preordain. Looks like it's Affinity. Still gonna be the same plan. Nope. Sprawl on blue. Now we want to brokers for a forest, probably. Frogmite. So the question is, do I want to preordain or hold up a prohibit? So we can prohibit a Deadly Dispute here, or a Wellspring. They discard a land. 5 artifacts in play. Okay, we're getting really close. Chancery. Pick this up. We can actually maybe win. So we go Familiar, Teachings for Snap, Snap this, Arcane. No, that because we don't have. Need 1 more blue mana here. Let's preordain. Find a snap. Put on the bottom, put on the top. Play Familiar. Okay, so we can, I think, beat Galblast plus Munition, plus Dispute, or whatever that card is. Rebuke. I always call it Deadly Mystical Dispute, even though it's Metallic Rebuke. Gets in for 2. I'm gonna not block. Four cards in hand. Krark Clan Shaman. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking this one through, and I think it's gonna be hard to beat this Shaman right now. Gonna probably just pass, end step, go for the snap, and then they crack it, and then I teachings for flicker. Block. So I can snap this now, but they know about the whole situation. Enforcer. Snap. Okay, that's gonna resolve. All right. Okay, so now we go Mancer. Snap the Enforcer. Play another Mancer. Snap. Snap this. Gonna flicker. Get back teachings. Counter. No, we'll just play out this. Pick up this. We can counter the Krark and flicker for the counter again. I probably should have gotten back the teachings. So Frogmite, Enforcer, Krark Clan Shaman. There's Krark Clan Shaman. Counter. One card in hand. Now they can Blood Fountain the Shaman back. So if their last card is Metallic Rebuke, we're host, but we are going to try to beat that. Oh! Ow! Oh my goodness. That hurts. That hurts my brain. That hurts my body. Hurts my soul. That really stinks. Okay. Did they play land that turn? So I just let them draw into it, I guess. Dang it. That sucks. grab a forest. We're looking for an abundant growth now, so we can teaching for Pulse Marasa. They're hellbent. Brutal. Come on. I feel like I just didn't play that very well. And they get the blood fountain. Jeez. What was that? That was brutal. Oh my goodness. I don't know. That was crazy. I was so close. I needed one blue mana there. I had the win. I guess I could have made a bunch of I don't know. We didn't draw anything anyway. We have Fertile Ground, Snap, Compulsive. We have Familiar. Guess I'm keeping. I'll play turn 2 Familiar, turn 3 Compulsive. Land go. Pass. Not having the green mana is kind of scary, but play Familiar. They don't have a red source right now. Pass. See if they have the untapped red source. No. Plays a Blood Fountain. Plays Frogmite. Seagate Oracle looking for a land on the Broker's Hideout. Play this. Grab our forest. Just block with the Seagate Oracle. My poor soul. It hurts. Affinity is strong. Okay. Plays a Thoughtcast. Yep. Grab another forest here. Go ahead and Fertile Ground up this. Next turn we can play a Drifter. I have to fight through all their Hydroblasts or Pyroblasts. It's going to be really difficult to win. Okay. Play Chancery. Pick up this. And then go ahead and Compulsive. They could Pyroblast that. I feel that they have the Pyroblast in hand, basically. They have... What? Okay, they do have the Pyroblast. Completely expected. Okay. Snap their Froggy. Compulsive again. Attack. Basically, the way that you're going to win against Affinity is by just randomly comboing them out and having a fast hand. We didn't have the fast hand. We kind of like had a lot of slow stuff going on. Nile Spellbomb. They just continuously have it all. They likely have another... So one in growth here. Just thinking they probably have another Pyro in hand. Or some other counter. Green. Green. Fertile Ground here. Blue. If we do make it to the combo, it's going to be a Click City. There's Fertile Grounds everywhere. And abundant growth and everything. Okay, we have the Pulse Marasa Snap. Take the Snap right now. Clear it in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6. I don't think I played a land this turn. So I messed up there on the stacking of this. And we'll pass. So they discard with their blood token. And we're looking at getting attacked by a 4/4. 4 cards in hand. The discarding a land makes me think it's possible that they don't have too much going on. Nope. Stop. Make it stop. No. Why? Let's try to evoke a drifter. Apparently they don't have Pyroblast. We have a Hydroblast now. Snap the drifter. They have nothing somehow? Okay. Cast Moldrifter. They've returned to nature, which is nice. We can blow up the Spell Bomb. We can block, block, block. Chancery picking up the island. Okay. We're not dead, and that's the important thing. We're just mostly dead. Plays a land. Kenku. Alright. So we're going to attack with everything. I'm going to be taking 13 damage. Get rid of 1 Mirror Enforcer. So we're going to go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Now what we need to do is, we have 2 compulsives down. We have to blow up the Spell Bomb. And then green. Draw into the nuts. Blow this up. We're going to go Drifter, Snap, Drifter. It's going to give us a lot of mana. We have Niles. We're going to have a Snap. We have to find Archaeomancer. And now they have 2 cards in hand. It seemed like one of their cards was a dud, so maybe the other card can just be a dud as well. We found a familiar. That is definitely a start. So, cast the familiar. Evoke this drifter. Seems they have nothing. So do we. Snap the drifter. Evoke the drifter. So we could use the brokers because we... Yeah, I'm going to do that. We had a Pulsa Marasa that we used. Okay, we have a lot of good draws. Some bad draws. Oops. Let's tap this for blue. Evoke. Why don't we don't need to evoke. We'll just cast it, right? 4 mana. I think I'm going to evoke it. It's basically down to this anyway, and we draw nothing, and we lose. Alright, Affinity is strong. Let's concede and then look at the top of our deck. We definitely had some options, some chances there. Draw. No, we weren't going to make it. Okay. Round 4. Alright, round 4. I'm on the draw, but I have Broker's Hideout, and a Utopia Sprawl. So I think I'm going to hide out for a forest, hide out for a plains, sprawl for an island. Then I can maybe Teachings, see what happens. Ramaro Ramon. No! Okay. First thing we're going to do is get a plains, I guess. But this looks like it's a Ponza deck. And that is going to just simply be the worst possible matchup. That's not really something that's played that much in Pauper, because people that play Ponza are going to lose straight up to Kodotha Rebirth, but we'll see. Could be not Ponza, could be like elves or something. But it's going to be a fast match over here. Sprawl. They're going to go for red probably. Then they're going to Thermokarst my plains. Plays another Sprawl. Yep. That's it. Okay. They just have nothing in hand. They're probably going to play a... So I think I want to snap this right now. It sounds like they don't have a land destruction spell at the moment. And they want to play out some sort of Cascader. Oh wait, what? Red, white? Oh, this must be like some initiative Ponza deck? Come on, bro. Why you do me that? Doing me dirty for sure. Let's compulsive. Discard a land. Boarding party into Arbor Elf. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, we're doing some card draw. No teachings here. I guess I just get the prohibit. Take 6. Sad times. Place an Arbor Elf. 1 card in hand. Impulsive Research for us. Okay. Land. Discard this. Play land. Sprawl here. Blue. Okay, can play Archaeomancer for teachings. And then I can block if necessary. And I can... Oh, well, no. Okay, so we're rolling the dice that they don't draw Thermokarst right now. So they probably are going to draw Thermokarst right now. 3 mana. Stone Rain. It's over. Journey to Nowhere. Okay, gets rid of the Archaeomancer. Gonna put me to 2. Find a flicker. I don't even have any idea what's happening right now. I don't know how I'm still alive. Let's evoke this. Get some mana back. What's the last card? A Bolt? We're just like hoping that they draw dead over and over and over. They have the Journey to Nowhere in hand. Maybe that seemed like that was in hand the whole time if they put the Sprawl on white. It's kind of a weird thing to be splashing for. Okay. We draw a bunch of cards. Play this out. Pick up this one. And we snap the Drifter. Untap, untap. Now if we draw an Archaeomancer, we win. Invoke. Snap it. Fertile Ground here. For blue, or it doesn't matter, right? Okay, play Seagate Oracle. Another Mulldrifter, another Prohibit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can just hard cast the Mulldrifter. Take the Mulldrifter. We have one more snap. No, no more snaps in the deck. Alright, I think we block and hold up Prohibit and Teachings. We're going to discard the other Chancery. I can't believe we're in this, honestly. What is happening? Okay, Ramon. Marone. We're going to double block here. Get that off the table. And we can... Teachings for Pulse of Marasa and Pulse of Marasa the Mulldrifter. So I'm worried about some fan issues with my computer, so I turned the gain down. So just let me know if that sounds better or worse or whatever. And mystical Teachings here. Ooh, can't. Well, they didn't have the bolt before, right? Only just Teachings. Okay, we get the Pulse of Marasa. Find the Archaeomancer, so it's all good now. We just win the game. Weird situation. Mancer. Get back the snap. And snap the Mancer. Cast a Mulldrifter. Okay, wait. Let's go and play Mancer again. For snap. Snap the Mancer. Cast Familiar. Now it's easy mode, although we have to do clicking. Mancer. Get back the snap. Snap it again. And then we can just make some mana here. And I don't really know what the best plan of action is. Probably start using some Pulse of Marasa. Green, blue, Archaeomancer. Get back to snap. Snap the Archaeomancer. We're going to go ahead and Pulse of Marasa the Mulldrifter. Cast the Mulldrifter. Preordain. Bottom. Top that. That's okay. Some more clicking though. Fertile Ground this. Archaeomancer. Get back to snap. Ooh, almost misclicked. Flicker here. Or 22 cards. So we're just looking for our other Archaeomancer. Compulsive Research ourselves. Land. This one. Found the Archaeomancer. Snap this. Tap on tap. Play this Familiar. So we go Archaeomancer. Get back the snap. We snap their board. Snap this thing. Tap on tap. Archaeomancer. Get back the snap. Snap this one. Cast a Mulldrifter. Cast a Seagate Oracle. Sure. Another fam. I'll take it, no big deal. Land. Go ahead and sprawl this back up on blue. Preordain. So we have one more. Okay. Well, this is fine. Top. Top. green, green. Let's flicker our 2, and then get the snap back. So now we can start generating mana. And then abundant growth over here. Sprawl over here. Blue. Pick this up. Okay, we're doing things. Play Mancer. Get back a snap. Green. Green. We're gonna snap this Mancer. I'm basically just untapping all my lands now. We could go for the compulsive kill, but I'm kind of afraid that they're gonna have bolts. I guess they only have... They could have 2 bolts, and it's just gonna take me a long time. So I think it's better to just make them top deck, and then get back this snap. Flicker here. Get back pulse. I'm gonna pulse a Marasa my Seagate Oracle. Get back and play the Seagate Oracle. Whatever. Preordain. Let's flicker. Get back Teachings. Flicker. Flicker back the other flicker. We want to get all of our flickers in hand. We're just going to try to be able to play around anything. We have snap, double flicker, and the other prohibit. Okay, now we're good. Let me just counter everything. Get rid of this and this one. Five cards in hand for the opponent. 2 of them are Arbor Elves, and then some unknowns. If they play Boarding Party, we can't do anything about it. If they play Annoyed Altasaur, we just have to like snap it end step and attack. Alright. They're thinking over their life choices. They were on Ponza. They thought the games would be quick. Instead, it took forever. I'm expecting they're going to have a bunch of Thermocars post-board, but maybe this is like the Naya Cascade Initiative deck, where they only have the Acid Moss, and that's not that big of a deal for us. Check out how gigantic this land is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cast with Kicker. Counter. Get back the counter. We want to just make them hellbent. We're just waiting on the opponent a little bit here. But once they're hellbent, then we don't have to concentrate so much on leaving all of our mana open. Right now we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 3-turn clock for us. Counter. And they're not going to play another one, so we're going to flicker here. Get back Prohibit. Get back Flicker. And then I'm going to flicker again. What? Okay. Counter. So I thought they were going to go to their next main phase. Because they passed priority. That was trying to wipe out my mana pool. Get back Flicker, get back Snap. They can't really cast anything this turn. Okay, we have another attacker. Already playing a land. I'm looking for a Mole Drifter. Found it. Four cards in library. Attack with everything. Next turn we have lethal. So we just have to wait it out. We have 2 snaps in hand, and should be fine. Just discard the 2 lands. We have a ton of mana. If you were in paper, you wouldn't have to go to these extra turns. You would just make infinite mana and then get back your compulsives and shoot them with the compulsives. But since I'm already at 15 minutes on clock, it's faster to attack. Okay, they're going to take 9? Oh, 10. So I just miscounted. Perfect. So we have over enough next turn. We don't have to do too much then. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. We have 2 counters that we can just cast. And then we can flicker for another counter. If they cast an Altasaur, we can just bounce it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yep, they can hard cast an Altasaur right now if they want. I don't know how I'm going to win post board though. Just get super lucky again. Have the opponent whiff really hard. Sounds good. They're tapping some mana. They do have Thermokarst. They just got super unlucky. They kept a bad hand. And we played a very, very long game 1 and probably almost no game 2 or 3. Just waiting on them. Okay. Attack with everything. We have to watch out for a Fiery Cannonade here. Attack. Alright. We're swinging in. We have 13 damage, I think. 10, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. They take it, and it's game 2. Alright, I don't really know what I want to bring in here. There's a lot of stuff that I think is good, but I don't see any cuts that I can make. I can cut the teachings specifically. Maybe 1 snap, but I don't think so. Just bring in... This spell doesn't seem good. Hydroblast can kill their big guy. Probably just return to nature. Okay, so... Let's see. They mulligan. I'm gonna keep. If we can get to the point where we can hold up the Ghostly Flicker, we can Ghostly Flicker our lands, then we'll feel pretty good. Plays an Arbor Elf. So I'm just gonna Broker's Hideout for a forest. They did mulligan to 6 again. Okay, they play a tap land. Relic. They mulligan to Relic. They're aggressively using the Relic. Let's see if they have a land destruction spell. Probably yes. Alright. So we're gonna go... We could snap this, play the Fertile Ground, and next turn play Familiar plus Seagate Oracle. Then have up the Ghostly Flicker maybe. maybe we just want to play out the familiar and hold up Ghostly Flicker. I think that's kind of not the greatest play, though. They're going to be blowing up our lands regardless. Play Arbor Elf. Familiar. Play Seagate Oracle. See if they have a Pyroblast. Looks like yes. Oh no, it's Lightning Bolt. Okay. Alright, we can get a Sprawl or a Fertile Ground. Fertile Ground is a little bit better than Sprawl. We can spread out our enchantments though. Get rid of the Abundant Growth. So we can Fertile Ground the island here. Hold up a Flicker. Looks like they're gonna kill my Fertile Ground forest. No, they play a Jewel Thief. Okay. If I draw land, draw Broker's Hideout. So I can play that. Grab an island. Fertile here. And I'm going to pass. They're going to relic my hideout. 1, 2. Maybe I probably should have fertiled the other forest. That was a mistake. Because then I can, whichever one they kill, I can sprawl up the other one. Okay, 3 mana. Visionary. They're going to attack for 3. I'm going to have to take it. I don't want to just chump block with the Seagate Oracle. There's not really any point to that. Another Moldrifter. Blue. Blue. Cast this Drifter here. That resolves. Find an Abundant Growth and a Mancer. Play this. Pick up the island. Pass. I think we're going to get rid of the familiar. It doesn't really matter because they can get rid of the other thing as well. They're going to kill the Moldrifter. Okay. So they have 4 men in play now. Ash Barrens for the opponent. Gets a Plains. So they're looking to cast the initiative pretty soon. Draining nowhere on the Seagate Oracle. That's a bummer. Okay. Plays another Arbor Elf. Gets in for 3. I'm going to Mancer for the snap, see if they crack the relic. And then if they do crack the relic, I can, oh no, I can't do anything. Can't do anything about that. I thought they would just give it to me. They did just give it to me. Okay. Green. Abundant Growth here. Just gonna snap. Let's snap this Trampler. Cast the Mulldrifter. Now if they have the initiative, I can take it and then stop them from having it. I'm going to get rid of the Mulldrifter. We're pretty close to winning, but it's dependent on them having nothing, basically. They haven't seemed like they had anything. There's another Visionary. Okay, they're going to get in. They're going to not get in. I'm very confused about this whole thing. They untap their land. They're going to play the Trampler guy. Plays a Jewel Thief. Let's draw a card. We return to nature, so we can blow up the relic. That seems like the plan. Kill the relic. Then we can snap something and then evoke and flicker the drifter. I'm going to draw a card. Okay, so I think I'm going to attack. Get another drifter in play. If I find a familiar, or almost infinite, find a Utopia Sprawl. So, blue. That doesn't matter, right? Flicker here. Get back the flicker. We find another Abundant Growth and a land. I think we already played a land. We did. Let's Abundant Growth here. Compulsive Research. We're getting closer. We can block with the Mulldrifter now. We can maybe double block the Jewel Thief. We can also, if we draw a familiar, we win. If they don't blow up our lands. They play a Llanowar Visionary. We know they have another Arbor Elf in hand. Plays the Arbor Elf. Plays another Arbor Elf. So they're going to attack for 3. Alright, I think I'm going to take it. All I need is a familiar, and then I win the game. Alright, we can lead on a compulsive. Alright. We have accomplished it. Blue. Alright. Send. You take 4, and then I play the familiar, and then I'm gonna flicker. I'll get back my snap. Okay, white. Familiar. Land. Blue. Blue. Flicker here, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blue we're making. Just flicker like that. And then instead of getting back flicker, we get back the snap. We get the other flicker in hand. We snap the Mancer, and we just go off. So the opponent just did not draw land destruction spells, basically. And we were able to win because of that. In both games, they basically just had nothing going on. Ugh, the clicks. Okay, blue. We're at 8 minutes, and looks like maybe the opponent's like, I don't think they're trying to maliciously time me at all. Because they've just been playing slow the whole time. It's all good. Get back the snap again. Let's flicker here. Looking for that familiar. Preordain. Bottom. Top. Preordain again. Okay. I'm going to snap the Archaeomancer one more time. Now we have another green for the sprawl, so we're making 2 blue. Whoa, my eyes. Oh no. Okay, snap. Snap this again. Play our Seagate Oracle. We're looking for a familiar. We find it. We play the familiar. And then now it's easy peasy. Just clicking the lands, generating the mana. Got the snap. Flicker here. Mancer gets back to flicker. We get another sprawl. Okay. Just snap. Snap-a-doo. Green. Bunch of this. Sprawl again on blue. So we're getting even more mana per loop. Okay, Mancer, get back the snap. Snap the Mancer one more time. And then I think I'm going to just not... We're going to go get back the snap. Flicker again. See what we draw. We're looking for the other familiar, Archaeomancer. We found it. So this allows us to start snapping out our opponent, blowing up all their enchantments, and then next turn we can attack. Get the flicker. Snap this. Tap on tap. Green. Because I want to blow up the enchantment. Flicker. A little bit of time consuming things happening here. We're just going to snap. And let's just use this time to untap all of our lands as well. That will allow us to just have all of our counters in hand. Snap this. Tap and tap. Blue. Blue over here. Snap this. Everything is going crazy. Flickering some more. Just want to do like one thing at a time, basically. Let's put this up here. Get this out of the way. Get back to flicker. Flicker for snap again. And make sure you click in the center of the card here, so you don't accidentally click snap twice. Bounce that. Oops. Accidentally added a white mana. I guess we compulsive them out since we have the time. Snap. Might as well do it, right? Snap this. Blue, 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 blue. All these blue. We have enough to just flicker. Okay, so if you want to watch, this is how the compulsive goes. Compulsive you. Then they have to respond. It'd be easier if we had a second compulsive in hand. So it's basically just eats their clock a little bit. Although I don't really know. I mean, they have 13 cards in hand. I don't really want to be countering all their stuff. We have plenty of time to just compulsive them out. Ba-da-doo-doo. I guess they only had 13 cards in hand because I made them have 13 cards in hand. So for every 3 cards, it's 2 mana, which means that they're at 35, and we have to hit them 10, 20, 11 more times. And compulsive. All right, I'll have to show you guys this situation here. Sometimes I misclick. You know, I think it's wise to just give your opponent your whole deck. But look here. See how it gets bigger underneath? You can accidentally touch this side edge, which double targets the compulsive research. So you have to click in the center of the ghosty flicker. And then I'll show you the other hard part about doing this flicker loop. All right, so when we go over here, if we get the flicker first, it makes this card bigger. So it's really hard to click the compulsive research, see? You always want to click the card that's on the bottom first when you're doing flicker loops on Magic Online. It just makes it easier. It's like so easy to misclick. You can't actually make this any bigger. Although I guess there is an option to make it bigger, where if you pop this out, you can make the stack a little bit bigger. I don't normally do that. Maybe that would be a wiser choice. Just a bunch of storm. Compulsive View again. So now we have to hit them 6 more times. It's pretty easy. Do-do-do. Bonk. Compulsive. Let's see if they'll let us see their whole deck, I guess. They discarded the Goliath Paladin. We were right, they have the initiative. Kind of surprised to see, like, Naya plus land destruction. Because it's much better to play land destruction with just 2 colors, I would think. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was complaining at the beginning of the match facing land destruction, but now that I'm winning, I'm just like, oh yeah. Clearly it's the best matchup. Okay, get the compulsive. We're almost there. 3 more times. 1. And I started at like 4 minutes, so this is only taking me 90 seconds so far. Storm is 66. We only have to compulsive 2 more times. Get the compulsive. Get the flicker. And then we compulsive View again. Could not get to storm count to be exactly a silly number. And we're going to get the compulsive research. Get the ghostly flicker. Donk you. We win the game. We actually have to wait for them to discard before we win. They discard and they lose. Whew. Let's see. So normally here, normally what I want to do is check my memory, and I already restarted, but this is getting touchy. So you might want to actually restart the game after doing all this looping because it takes so much time, and the triggers create a memory leak. We're here in match 5 versus Parzival Suncrowned, who in the past has been on Ponza as well. Bummer. But looks like they're on red. Okay, they could also be on Mogwarts or the Goblin combo deck, basically. So we're going to play the Broker's Hideout for a Forest. Then we're going to go Sprawl, Fertile Ground. Next turn, Abundant Growth. We're going to have a ton of mana on turn 3. They are red. Okay, Flame Breather. Do I want to get that off the table and buy a turn? I think yes. So we're gonna sprawl here for blue. Tap, snap this. Untap, untap. Abundant growth. And then sprawl, or fertile ground. So now we have 4. If we draw land, we can just slam a Muldrifter. They cycle. They play out the Flame Breather again. And then they bolt me for, no, the Chromatic Star, put me to 20. Okay. What do we draw? Chancery. Play Chancery, pick up this. I'm gonna preordain, looking for a snap. We find a Seagate Oracle. Bottom, top this, compulsive research ourselves. And get rid of a land. We had the opportunity to it, so it seems like a good plan. We're gonna take 1 Kuldotha Rebirth over here. Scary. We're looking for Snap, Familiar, Archaeomancer. If we find Familiar and Archaeomancer, we can win from this position if we have nothing happening to us. Although we're taking a bunch of damage here, we're going to go to 15 right now. And then they have 5 power baseline on the table. Okay. Find a Familiar. It's a really good start. So I'm going to play out the Familiar. And I'm going to preordain, because if I find a snap, I'm in an awesome spot. Did not find the snap. I think I'm going to just turn 4. I'm going to bottom both of these. Play out a Seagate Oracle. Looking for a snap still. Find the Archaeomancer. So pass. Now if the Familiar lives, and we live, and they have nothing, okay, there's a lot of ifs here. If the Familiar lives, I feel pretty good. Reckless Impulse. So that puts us to 14. They have Epicure, Kuldotha Rebirth. Probably want to play the Kuldotha Rebirth this turn. They could play the Epicure and then Kuldotha. They Chain Lightning the Familiar. Okay, sad. Sad, sad, sad for me. And they play the Epicure. They get in for 1 million. We block Goblin Token. Archaeomancer. Snap another token. Evoke. So we have enough blockers. We found a Familiar. So if, once again, if we can live, we can win. If we don't live, we don't live, and we lose. But we can block everything. Just comes down to them having 2, right? So they, Kuldotha Rebirth's going to put me to 5. And then if they have a Galvanic, we're dead. No. Yeah, if they have a Galvanic, we're dead. They have 2 bolts, we're dead. We're dead to a lot. Post board, we have a bunch of Weathers and Hydros and try to win that way. Experimental Synthesizer puts us to 4, so any bolt kills us. I thought I had another creature, but I guess not. They find a land. Plays a land, 2 cards in hand. Synthesizer puts us to 3. So they have to whiff. They find the Gale Blast, and we lose. Alright. I mean, we tried hard. We did. We were really close. Multiple times. It's just that Burn has all the best spells now. Alright, get rid of this and this. Maybe a familiar. Bring in all the Hydroblasts. 1 Fertile Ground. We have 4 Hydroblasts. Oops. Almost didn't bring in the cards. Okay, so let's cut the Fertile Ground. I'm just going to win eventually. Get rid of the Teachings. We could also get rid of a Moldrifter and bring the Familiar back in. I think it's fine. It's a tough match. Okay, we would like to be on the play. We have nothing. We have, again, nothing. It's going to be a fast match. And we have Weather, Keep. So we have to get rid of the Drifter, I guess, or the Familiar. Get rid of the Familiar, get rid of an Abundant Growth. Go land, Abundant Growth. Usually when you mulligan, you want to be keeping your best draw spells to try to dig out of it. And here we draw into the Familiar that we bottomed. Not the same Familiar. And we can just play it and then hope to evoke a Moldrifter in the next turn. If not, this gains us some life. They kill it. So we gain 3 life for 2 mana. Not the worst, I guess. He just plays a Relic. Because, of course. Yeah, gets rid of the... I feel that the Relic is a little bit not great. We're going to lose because we mulliganed to 4, not because we got hit by a Relic. The Relic just slows down their clock, basically. They probably are going to Molten Rain this. Okay. So they're just pinging in slowly. Do-do-do. Chancery, pick this up. You have another Molten Rain in hand? Not right now. Okay. There's a Epic here and they get a Blood Token. I think that generally the Coldother players should just be focusing on like attacking fast, and instead like playing out relics doesn't really do very much. We're gonna die. We're at 8. We go to 5. We need exactly a forest of some kind because we can snap Abundant Growth, Weather the Storm. They're at 1 card in hand. Oh, they have the Fire Blast, so we're just dead. Hashtag never punished. So if you look at what happened here. We were dead on turn 4. They played Molten Rain. I mean, I guess the Molten Rain was good because it stopped us from having to weather the storm, but the Relic did absolutely nothing. It dealt us 1 damage. We could have been dead on turn 3 if they hadn't played those 2 cards. And instead we're dead on turn 4, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a difference. Overall, like I'm frustrated with the format of having to play against Red and Affinity all day, because like if you look at what happened, we ended up losing to Affinity and Red, unfortunately. But over here, I think that the deck is pretty fun. I'm still confused as to whether or not I'm playing this one or the regular Rainbow, or the other Rainbow that I've been trying to play. This one here is less weak to like land destruction and has a better game against other things. You can play Counterspell here, because the mana is better. The thing is that you're a lot slower off the ground because you're playing Fertile Grounds instead of the Utopia Sprawl. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we just play more enchantments and then play more familiars. I don't know. But the black familiars can't reduce the cost of the Dawn's Reflection, so that also doesn't matter. It's nice to be able to play Counterspell as like a catch-all. All right. I will go salt off in a different corner and try to play something else. And thanks for watching. If you want to let me know how I misplayed really badly in this game against Affinity, I would appreciate that. I was a little bit mind melted. We had a pretty awesome and insane match against Heisen, and then we ended up just drawing like gods versus a horrid draw from the Ponza opponent. So 3-2 isn't something to complain about, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.